Yeah, Shot Gambit on the track with my nigga HIP and my nigga D Block, man. Shot Town. N.O.
Yo, talking noise, I'm throwing bullets reckless. Over the beat, talking and flowing. I done perfect this. Words is beauty, like a queen necklace. Pursuing perfection, your boy like a Lexus. Ladies all up on me, cause I'm hot like Texas. My own man, I won't sleep, I swear. And these niggas is too fake. The 40 will make, yo, they whole block quake. Shorty don't make no mistakes, I ain't no prick. Stop you from throwing bullets with eagles like Mike Vick. Talking GDs, New Jersey, no bricks. They already knowing, ain't got no sense. Like I'm mental, shit be simple. Sleepers awaken, put the 40 to a temple. Your boy a pop, I'm just like a pimple. A G-boy's grind, G-boy shine. He showed me plastic with 7 in a clip. Kmart, we can't shoot from the hips. Breezes and high heels, wiggling hips. Rolling green, down lean, nigga, Henny we sip. He showed me plastic with 7 in a clip. Kmart, we can't shoot from the hips. Breezes and high heels, wiggling hips. Rolling green, down lean, nigga, Henny we sip.
In that H-Town city, life it was a struggle. 81 to creep in where a young nigga hustle. Young fool kept a tool ready for the bustin'. Down for a tussle, forever flexing all muscle. Boy done faded out, fuck our feels. Broke the kid down when they gave me 9 years. Fuck parole, got swole, said it no tears. Property, niggas stayed waiting from the cribs. Fresh off block, hit the block, then I got paid. Me and Young Key with bad bitches getting laid. Mask for the cash, fuck the laws and I ain't born. Saw me in the black Lex, big body foreign. Spit the truth, no lie, 24, stay fly. Getting money is my thing, haters fall back and die. Ever popping boys thoughts and they don't know why.
We show me plastic with 7 in a clip. Kmart, we can't shoot from the hips. Breezes and high heels, wiggling hips. Rolling green, down lean, nigga, Henny we sip. He showed me plastic with 7 in a clip. Kmart, we can't shoot from the hips. Breezes and high heels, wiggling hips. Rolling green, down lean, nigga, Henny we sip.
What? You thought it was game over? What is that? Huh? Really? You got comfortable? Put your shoes on? What? Nigga, you sleep. Shutting it down as we stepping in the booth. Give a fuck if you spit it or wrote it. We want the #1 spot and we won't stop. Boy, we won't flop. Wrong talent, passed on like the Last Supper. 36, I done lifted and done it. Tell the hood, come get it. You want it, I got it. Fans wanna know when him and Gam gon' drop it. We tell them it's hard out here for a rapper. When you're dealing with fake ass actors, leaving disasters, hating ass bastards. 2 separate flows that's well mastered. 2 separate flows that's a true hazard. Questions get answered, boy, I see my attorney. Bitch niggas get pushed, boy, this be a spoiler. For the hood, I represent it for them real niggas that's representing. Yeah. Game over. Mock this bitch.
Alright, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Directed energy weapon. You know what I mean? Got my daughter with me, so you might hear Shabbat Shalom to the home team, you know what I mean? But, yeah, that's what we're going to be covering today. Directed energy weapons, alright? Because this silent weapons for quiet wars, alright? You gotta remember that everything that is expected from an ordinary weapon is expected from a silent weapon by its creators, but only in its own manner of functioning, alright? Gonna get it. A directed energy weapon is ranged weapon. Okay? It's a ranged weapon. Alright? So that damages its target with highly focused energy. Alright? So we all know that energy is the creation of everything, okay? Without energy, there is nothing, okay? Energy of the creator, okay? So once again, you know, these people want to create, so they create their own evil energy, okay? A weapon, a directed energy weapon, alright? Including laser, alright? So let's get this. Alright, energy is the quantitative property that must be transferred to an object in order to perform work. Already self-explanatory. Or to heat the object. Energy is conserved quantity. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can be converted in form. Alright? You know that. Simple talk. But not created or destroyed. Okay? But the only one that creates and destroys is the creator. Lao Wa. Alright? Including laser. Alright, let's get the drop. Laser is a device that emits light. So a laser is a device that emits light through the process of optical amplification based on the stimulated emission of electromagnetic radiation. Right? So we're always dealing with some kind of frequency, man. This is a frequency war. The term laser originated as an acronym for light amplification, all right, by stimulating emissions of radiation. Still in all, we're dealing with radiation. You talk about light, you're talking about that, all right? Microwaves. You already know what microwaves are, EMFs, right? A form of electromagnetic radiation with wavelengths, okay? We already know we go from low to mid to high to ultra high, right? That's how they come. The higher, the worse. And even in cases low, you know, it's bad for you. Particle beams. A particle beam is a stream of charged or neutral particles, okay? In many cases, moving at near the speed of light. All right, potential applications of this technology include weapons that target personnel, all right, missiles, vehicles, and optical devices. All right, so in the United States, all right, the Pentagon, DARPA is HARP, alright? The Air Force Research Laboratory, alright? United States Army armament, okay? Remember what armament, okay? Reduction. United States Army Reduction Research Development and Engineering Center. Alright. So what are we talking about when we say this armament, research, development, and engineering center? Okay. They forgot the disarmament. Okay. Let's go back and get some water. Alright. Iron Mountain. Alright. Scope of study. Section 2, Section 3, disarmaments, disarmament and the economy, disarmament scenarios, war and peace, functions of war, substitutes for the functions of war, and the Naval Research Defense are expected to come online no sooner than the mid to late 2020s. And they're already popping off. Alright? So keep in mind, Wiki want to let you know, keep in mind, Russia, China, India, and the UK are also developing what? Directed energy weapons, right? After decades of R&D, okay, research and development, or research, all right? Directed energy weapons are still at the experimental stage, and it remains to be seen if or when they will be deployed as a practical high-performance military weapons. Alright, so this right here, directed energies, that's all hijacked, because they lying to your ass. They lying. Alright, they popping off. They been popping off. Alright? So, research and development, right? Known in Europe, right? You know, we gotta tie it all in. Now I'm on silent weapons. Alright? And keep in mind, everything that is expected from an ordinary weapon is expected from a silent weapon. Told you, man, we're gonna tie everything together, man. Historical introduction. Silent weapon technology has evolved from operations research, alright, OR, a strategic and tactical methodology developed under the military management in England. I no play, man. This serious shit. Look, check it out. After decades, I mean, they're letting you know, man, it ties into silent weapons, and we know silent weapons is a continuation to Iron Mountain. You know what I'm saying? So, research and development, known in Europe as research and technology development, refers to innovative activities undertaken by corporations or governments. Okay? Corporations, probably Rothschild, probably, JP, big time, you know what I mean? In developing new services or products. Alright? Or improving existing services or products, research and development. Alright, that's exactly research and development. All hijack, all go to silent weapons, Iron Mountain. Okay? Straight up. So, during World War II, let's say it after many decades, right? The original purpose of operations research was to study strategic and tactical problems of air and land. Okay? Vibrations, shock waves, recoils. Alright? Alright. Operational advantages. Alright. DEWs could have several main advantages over conventional weaponry. Alright. DEWs can be used discreetly. Alright, meaning, my brother, you ain't gonna see it coming. You ain't gonna hear it. Like your 5 senses gonna really be gone. You gotta be really quick and alert and on your guard. You know what I mean? Because you got to see that beam. You gotta see some kind of. It's already hard to see radiation, but you can see light. See, so depending on what they hitting you with, you might be able to see it if it's light or laser. Alright? Radiation above, okay? And below the visible spectrum is invisible, okay? And does not generate sound, okay? DEWs, alright? Light is for all practical purposes essentially unaffected by what? By gravity, okay? By a Coriolis force, okay? Giving it an almost perfect flat trajectory, alright? Meaning that nothing interferes with light, okay? Light travels, okay? Like they so-called believe that the sun is so far away and this light travels so far away that nothing messes with it. So this is in their mind flat trajectory, okay, to whatever they want to target. Alright, so this makes aim much more precise. Alright, extends the range to a line of sight, okay, limited only by beam, okay, diffraction and spread. Alright, so limited. Now you gotta understand what diffraction and spread is. Alright, where I'm at. Just I had it up. Bam. Okay. Refraction. So when you refract something, okay, you get like a quarter of it's off. Okay, you have a refraction of it. So when light hits water, it bends, therefore it refracts. Okay, so you have a refraction. Okay, this is what refraction, see, now the angle goes different. Okay, image, okay, fish, okay, you have a refraction, because the light gets bent through the water. Okay, so this is a refraction. Diffraction is the waves are coming, your light is coming, okay, and it diffracts. All right. So that's diffraction and refraction, okay? So limited only by being diffraction, meaning when something's in the way of it, there is going to be a diffraction of it, okay? And spread. That's why they want line of sight. They want flat trajectory, okay? Straight up by beam diffraction and spread, okay? Which dilute the power and weaken the effect. What does? Diffraction, refraction, and the spread. Okay, so they want this, they want that, and absorption of scattering by intervening atmospheric contents. Alright, that's what they're already doing now. Lasers travel at light speed, okay? It's a beam of light. Okay, so it has to come back and say that. Okay, so they believe in this light speed. Okay, and have near infinity range and are therefore suitable for use in space warfare. What's space warfare, fam? What we talking about, man? Who they want to go to war with? These dragons, these meteors that are coming up and down as they choose, as they wish. What they mad they can't do it, right? So it says space warfare is combat that takes place in outer space. Some Star Wars type shit, right? This is what we headed to. Man, my nigga, they ain't even make it to the moon yet, man. You hear me? Look at this. Lasers, weapons potentially eliminate many logistical problems in terms of ammunition and supply. Bam. Look at this. potentially eliminate many logistical problems in terms of ammunition supply. How we gonna get the supply? We running out of bullets. We about to die. Man, just plug and go, you heard me? Plug and go. Wham. Okay, we're talking operational advantages. Alright, we're talking silent weapons for quiet wars. We're talking operations research, strategic, tactical methodology developed under the military management in England. You hear me? World War II. Alright? OP. R. Operations research was a study of strategic and tactical problems of air and land defense. Got the Quam. What? Check this. Iron Mountain. Aight. Possibility, desirability of peace is war, is death. We're all talking about the same damn thing. The model for disarmament developed by the research program OR on economic adjustments to disarmament. Different scenarios of reduction. Different. As long as there is enough energy to power it, the laser ammunition supply is assured. Like I said, man, plug and go, you heard me? Plug and go. Don't forget, we didn't see Harp up in here, but Harp got his own thing, you heard me? Harp, DARPA, you know what I'm saying? That got his own thing. That's frequency wars, man. That's weather modifications, man. Look at this. Depending on several operational factors, directed energy weapons may be cheaper to operate than conventional weapons in certain contents. Operational advantages. Got the Quam. Alright. Microwave weapons. We're talking RF. Alright, we're talking RF. We're talking, although some devices are labeled as microwave weapons, the microwave range is commonly defined as being between 300 mega and 300 giga, which is within the RF range. These frequencies having wavelengths of 1 to 1,000 millimeters. Man, we're talking megahertz. We're talking gigahertz. We're talking high, ultra. Some examples of weapons have been publicized by military as follows. Some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll give you 6 of them, you heard me? But we really got like 30 of them. Shit. I might be tripping. Look, we'll give you 6 of them, but we really got 100 of them, you heard me? More like that. But active denial system is a millimeter wave. Is a millimeter wave source that heats the water in humans' target's skin. What's a millimeter wave? We're talking sine waves. We're talking frequency waves. Is a millimeter wave source that heats the water in humans' targeted skin and thus causes incapacitating pain. it was developed by the U.S. Air Force Research Laboratory in Raytheon for riot control duty. Well, we know everything is being developed. Especially for the use against Sanaga, you heard me? A minority, you know what I'm saying? Look out. Though intended to cause severe pain while leaving no lasting damage. Nah, I don't believe that. Concern has been voiced as to whether the system could cause irreversible damage to the eyes. The system could cause irreversible damage to the eyes. Oh man. Concern has been voiced whether the system could cause irreversible damage to the eye. Oh, bro, look. Man, let's see. See, sometimes, man, you got the research, man, and I know they tracking my ass for all this shit. But oh well, let's get it. Active denial system, ADNS. Non-lethal weapon. Non-lethal. It's a preview of it? Oh man, come on, man, let's get it. Nigga about to hit him with it, you heard me?
Marines and several other DoD representatives had quite the heated demonstration at Quantico, Virginia from the Joint Non-Lethal Weapons Directorate.
This is a military area. Move away from the perimeter. I say again, this is a military area. Move away from the perimeter.
Their new active denial system boasts a reach far beyond any other non-lethal system.
Well, it's a versatile system, and it has a range of non-lethal capability that we can't even come close to with any of our fielded systems today that are in our military forces.
About 7 football fields to give it some perspective. It can deter individuals on a military perimeter all the way up to a riotous crowd, all without permanent harm.
It only penetrates 1/64 of an inch of your skin, goes very shallow into where your nerve receptors are, and there's no permanent injury caused by it. Very safe system, and we built in some safety margins and training for the operators.
They even let any of the guests volunteer to test out its effectiveness and safety, including the Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, and Assistant Secretary of the Navy. Most described it as feeling like a hot oven or grill being opened up.
It is something that, once again, probably the safest system that we've developed as far as the non-lethal capability.
From Washington, I'm Sergeant Andrew Milner.
See, man, they just gonna show you a couple of them, man. They gonna give you all they drop. You dig? Look at this. Vigilant Eagle is a proposed airport defense system that directs high-frequency microwaves towards any projectile that is fired at an aircraft. The system consists of a missile detecting and tracking subsystem and a command and control system and a scanning array. Alright? The MDT is a fixed grid of passive infrared IR cameras. The command and control system determines the missile launch point. Alright, so the scanning array projects microwaves that disrupt the surface. Alright, so basically you got like a dome. Check this out. Alright, Bofors HPM Blackout is a high-powered microwave weaponry that is said to be able to destroy at short distance a wide variety of commercial off-the-shelf COTS electronic equipment. It is said to be not lethal to humans. Alright, let's check it out.
Israel's Ministry of Defense selected Rafael to develop the Iron Dome, a cost-effective and innovative solution against the threat of short-range rockets, artillery and mortar shells, and threats of all kinds. Iron Dome is in an advanced state of development and will be operational within 2 years in the Israel Defense Forces. The Iron Dome system marks a technological breakthrough in CRAM interception. The system is composed of a detection and tracking radar, battle management and control unit, and a missile firing unit. The radar detects and identifies the rocket launch and monitors its trajectory. Target data is transmitted to the battle management and weapon unit for processing, and the threat's trajectory is quickly analyzed and the impact point estimated. If the site of the rocket's fall is defined as a protected area, a command is given to launch an interceptor against the threat. The interceptor receives trajectory updates from the BMC via uplink communication. When the interceptor approaches the target, it uses its radar seeker located in the interceptor head to acquire the target and guide the interceptor to within passing distance in order to detonate the target's warhead. After detecting a high-speed threat, the system launches the interceptor within seconds at precisely the right time to enable target interception while ensuring that all target debris fall outside the protected area. Iron Dome also has the capability to intercept short-range targets, including Grad rockets and 155mm artillery shells. Iron Dome offers a technological breakthrough in short-range rocket interception. The interceptor is inexpensive, effective in all weather conditions, and can be easily integrated with existing radar and detection systems. It has a unique warhead designed to ensure high probability target detonation. Iron Dome offers highly successful target interception at short range, yet at low cost. The innovative interceptor has a unique warhead, all-weather inception capability, and can handle concentrated salvos effectively. Iron Dome predicts the target's estimated impact point and determines whether an interception is required. It provides a high cost-benefit ratio. The system operates in any weather conditions: cloud, rain, dust storms, or fog. Iron Dome can handle multiple threats and concentrated salvos simultaneously and efficiently. A single launcher is capable of protecting a medium-sized city, such as Greater Haifa.
Are they trying to keep the dragons out my naga? Huh? Are they trying to keep the dragons out my naga? It's just a question. We surfing the wave.
Or about 15 times the area of a small town. Iron Dome, shielding the skies from the threat of rocket attack.
Alright. The effective radiated power, ERP. What's it say? Alright. Is a standardized definition of directional radio frequency. Okay. It's directional radio frequency power, such as the emitted by a radio transmitter. Okay. Talking about an antenna. It is the total power in watts that would have to be radiated by a half-wave dipole antenna. Okay, so we're just talking about a regular antenna, dipole antenna that's shooting radio frequency RF power at anything. Shit that's was out in the streets, you know what I mean? What they got using out here in the streets in the cities. Makes it hypothetical candidate for conservation into directed energy weapons by focusing pulse of radar energy on target missiles and energy spikes as tailored into missiles through antennas or sensor apertures, where they can fool guidance systems, scramble computer memories, or even burn out sensitive electronic components. Alright. So this is what's popping on the microwaves. Right? Laser weapons, man, all of them. Alright, you gotta go to laser weapons. Alright. Plasma. Plasma. So they're developing plasma weapons that are directed energy weapons. Man, come on, man. Where they at, man? This the shit that made David Banner, man. It's the shit that made the Hulk, you know what I mean? The Naga Hulk, man. Come on, man. No play. The plasma weapons fire a beam, a bolt, stream of plasma, which is an excited state of matter consisting of atomic electrons and nuclei and free electrons if ionized, or other particles if pinched. The Mar or radar, magnetically accelerated ring to achieve ultra high directed energy radiation. The Maraha plasma weapons. A high energy capacitor bank which provided the means to test weapons and other devices requiring brief and extremely large amounts of energy. Oh, wow. Sonic weapons, well, you know they've been popping off with sonic weapons. Long range acoustic device. Is an acoustic device developed by LRAD Corporation to send messages and warning tones over large distances at higher volume than normal louder speakers. Oh man, fuck you, man. German World War II experimental weapon. During the 1940s, Axis powers known as Mobile and Tycoon. Engineers developed a sonic cannon. That sonic cannon that caused fatal vibrations in its target body. Oh wow, man, dude, this was in the 1940s. Fatal vibrations in target body. A methane gas combustion chamber leading to two parabolic dishes. Pulse detonated at roughly 44 hertz. 44 hertz, right? 44 hertz. What's music set at? What is music set at? Oh, wait. This sound magnified by the dish reflectors cause vertigo and nausea at 200-400 meters by vibrating the middle ear bones and shaking coagular fluid within the ear at a distance from 50 to 200 meters. The sound waves could act on organ tissues and fluids by repeatedly compressing and releasing compressive restraint organs such as the kidney, spine, and liver. Oh wow, man, damn. These was experimental weapons, man. Back when? In the 40s, man. This was probably what really set them off to go into this, you know what I'm saying, this direction. Among the DEWs the Nazis investigated were X-ray beam weapons developed under Heinz Schmidtmeyer. Okay. They built an electron accelerator called Rehotron. Rehotron. Alright. To generate hard X-ray synchrotron beams for the RLM. The intent was to pre-ionize ignition in aircraft engines and hence serve as anti-craft DEWs and bring planes down into the reach of the flank. The Horizon was captured by the Americans. Bug rob. Alright, this is, oh wow, so yeah, damn. Man, a whole bunch of things been popping, man. A whole lot of things been popping, man. Look, during the Iraq War, electromagnetic weapons, including high-powered microwaves, were used by who? Already to disrupt and destroy Iraq electronic systems and may have been used for crowd control already. Types and magnitudes to exposure to electromagnetic fields are unknown. Put on here where y'all use it on them cons. Put on here where y'all use it on us at. I ain't gonna put that shit on. Alright. Let's go and get it, man. Let's see what we can talk about here. Y'all got questions? Check it out. Ain't that the kind of stuff we see after these fires? Dragonfire. Royal Navy readies deadly laser super weapon which can slice through drones. The Royal Navy is readying the next generation of weaponry. Dragonfire laser gun capable of slicing through enemy drones. Dragonfire. Royal Navy is ready the next generation weaponry. Dragonfire. We saw an attractive option for bolster defense capability to the provision of more robust and future-proof power systems. Aye. Look at that. Dragonfire footage has surfaced showing the deadly tech melting metal in mere seconds. Dragonfire. The new design is inspired by Formula One.
According to a news release from the British government, the Dragonfire laser-directed energy weapon is currently being developed for use on Royal Navy ships. Dragonfire would have a power rating of 50 kilowatts, according to UK Defence Journal. The laser uses the Flywheeled Energy Storage System, or FESS, to store rotational energy created from the ship. The system would then use stored energy to fire the laser. It can also generate high-power electrical pulses. According to the UK Defence Journal, the laser would be able to aim targets on land or in maritime environments. Dragonfire would also be able to provide very short-range air defense capability and counter unmanned aerial vehicles.
Real time.
Force Research Lab is working with strategists and other weapons developers across the service to understand that various attributes associated with laser weapons will change what they call concept of operations. It's expected in warfare, tactics, and various combat techniques. Now, a report from the AFRL, which was discussed with Warrior Maven from the Air Force Research Lab, specifies a number of key assets associated with lasers. One of them is a deep magazine. You can travel with a much better arsenal of weapons than heavy or large numbers of airdropped conventional bombs. It also travels at the speed of light, so you can hit targets more quickly. Laser weapons can be both a sensor as well as an attack weapon to identify an incinerated target rapidly. This would involve something like an enemy drone or an enemy ship or even an incoming missile. It could be used both offensively and defensively. Much is made as well of the cost curve. If you're able to be more effective in combat, spending less than a potential adversary, you can gain an edge. Also, of great emphasis is the logistics footprint of something like laser weapons. Instead of having to have a fighter jet loaded up with lots and lots of weapons, you can have mobile onboard power systems and carry a much larger arsenal of laser weapons at a much lower cost, but also without needing to land and therefore replenish the arsenal per se, extending mission times. It also can hit multiple targets at once, and they have something called scalable, where they amplify various beams into one to modify the strength or power of a laser weapon.
Alright, let's go and get it, fam. We got the NMRI Research Report. What follows is an official research report published by the Naval Medical Research Institute. Alright. This This was on April 20th, 1972. That clearly documents the health hazards and electromagnetic radiation injury caused by microwave, RF. What's in our homes? What runs our cell phone? What runs your dropless tablets? Alright, what we talking about? We're talking about radiation. We're talking about frequencies. We're talking about microwaves, radio frequency, health hazards. Alright, this is nothing new. Only thing, we just found another satisfying document. Alright. U.S. Navy report, research report documented numerous radio frequencies and microwave radiation health hazards. Alright, let's dig. Nmri, Naval Medical Research Institute. Alright, man, y'all go and pull it up. Alright, go and pull it up. The link down below. Alright. Bibliography of reported biological, bio. Covered that word before as anything living. You know what I mean? Phenomena, effects, and clinical manifestations attributed to microwave and RF radiation. Research report. October 4th, 1971. Alright, let's go on open our dragon eye here, man. Ain't like we ain't never get this before, but this just another document, you heard me? That's falsifying what they doing. So let's go. More than 2,000 references on the biological responses to radio frequency and microwave radiation published up to June 1971 are included in the biography. Particular attention has been made to the effects on man of non-ionizing radiation. At these frequencies, the citations are arranged alphabetically by author and contain as much information as possible so as to assure effective retrieval of the original documents. An outline of the effects which have been attributed to RF and microwave radiation is also part of the report. Alright. 3 supplementary listings bring the number of citations to more than 2,300. Alright. 3 supplementary listings, bring the number of citations to more than 2,300. Alright, keywords: biological effects, non-ionizing radiation, radar hazardous, radio frequency radiation, alright, microwave radiation, health hazards, biography, alright, electromagnetic radiation injury, alright. Comments upon and criticisms of the literary made in this report and the recommendation and interferences suggested are those of the author and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Navy Department or of the Naval Service. All right. Alright, let's get to the real. Alright. Reported biological phenomenon. Alright. Reported biological effects and some clinical manifestations attributed to microwave and RF radiation. Alright, that's things we have in our home. That's things we walk around in our pocket with. It's things that's in our car. That's things that's around us. It's things that's everywhere. We cannot run from it. Alright. So, y'all prepare for this ride, man. Let's go. Whole body temperature regulation defects. Okay. Skin, bone and bone marrow, lens of the eye. Okay, so cataracts, lesions due to the avascular nature of the lens, which prevents adequate heat dissipation. Oh wow, that shit melt on you. Okay. We got brain, sinuses, metal implants, okay, genitalia, degeneration of testicle. Oh shit, oh genitalia, all right. Degeneration of testicles. Oh, come on, man. Oh, we been got that drop. We got that drop first season. But there it is, though. Just another documentation, you heard me, that backs us up. Changes in function. Alright. Acceleration of diameter of blood vessels. Trying to make that out. Contraction, muscle contractions, straight muscle contractions, acceleration of diameter of blood vessel, right? Diameter of blood vessel, okay. Changes in the oxidative process in tissues and organs. Damn. Alright. Liver enlargement. Altered sensitive to drug stimulant. Decreased spermatopenis, okay, decreased fertility, too sterile, yeah, see, look man, all this we cover, All right, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. I'm bringing it out because it's just another documentation. This time you get to see it, you know what I mean? And this is done from the U.S. Naval, right? Research. So, man, the shit deep. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man. It's messed up. Altered sex patio of births. Oh, so it's an altered sex patio of births. More girls. Well, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with girls, you know, but kind of want more men, you know, to protect our women, you know. But our women, you know, our women are creative, man. Not taking sides here. Just, this is what this RF, this microwave frequency has come to, has altered the sex patio of births. More girls. Alright? Stop having these men. Okay? Altered fetal development. Now see, look, man, most of the stuff we just talking about right now, stuff that goes on in to your kids, to your droplets while they're away at school, you know what I'm saying? Because this is like a big network, you know what I'm saying? You have a network at home, don't get me wrong. You know, and it still penetrates, it still does what it does. But when you're in a complex environment or such a building of that magnitude, they got Wi-Fi running through everywhere. You know what I mean? Wi-Fi running through everywhere. So, you know, that's that's how enormous it is. You know what I mean? It just works the shit out you. See, you gotta keep them crystals around your droplets, you know what I mean? You know, to each his own. Some of us can do homeschooling, some of us can't. You know what I'm saying? But those that can't, you know, put them crystals around your kids. You know what I'm saying? Help them out. Because all this goes on. Look at this. Decreased lactation in nursing mothers. Oh, wow. Reduction in can't make that out. Urine output. Man, it seems like you become dehydrated. Altered penile function. Decreased fertilization. Changes in conditional deflexes. Decreased lateral resistance of skin. Hold up. Decreased lateral resistance of skin. All right. Changes in the structure of skin perceptors. All right. So altered blood flow. All right. So as you can see, you know, they did their study. They did their report. It is also reported that low levels of irradiation produce a cooling effect. Hypercompensation. These effects are listed without comment or endorsement, since the literature abounds with conflicting reports. In some cases, the basis for reporting an effect was a single or non-statistical observation, which may have been drawn from a poorly conceived experiment. Okay, we got alteration in the biocurrents, okay, of the cerebral cortex. This is in animals. Changes the rate of clearance of tagged ions from tissue. Reversible structure changes in the cerebral cortex and the diencephalon, electrocardiographic change, alterations in sensitivity to light, sound. Okay. Functional and pathological changes in the eye, decrease in the size of blind spot, alter color recognition. Man, this thing's messing with everything, man. What is it not messing with? Okay, lungs, liver, gut, brain at fatal levels. Generalized degeneration of all body tissue at all levels of radiation, at all levels. Loss of anatomical parts. Oh man. Death, dehydration, altered rate of classification in certain tissue. Trembling of eyelids. Man. Central nervous system effects. Headaches, insomnia, relentlessness, electroencephalographic changes, cranial nerve disorders, pyramidal tract lesions, conditioned reflex disorders, seizures, convulsions, vigometric action of the heart. Man, anatomic nervous system effects. Look, fatigue, neurovegetative disorders, alteration of heart rhythm. Bang. So, and this not off the subject, man. It's really on the subject, but just, you know what I'm saying. Even when I read my Tanakh, whenever I see the word heart, that's frequency to me. You understand? So, alteration of frequency rhythm, okay? Alternation of heart rhythm, frequency rhythm, okay? They're putting you in another frequency, right? They already did that with the music you listen to, so technically all these vibrations from these frequencies that are hitting you, all these waves, people on a different frequency. I mean, look at it, man. Neurovegetative disorders. Alteration of frequency rhythm. Alright? It's always been a frequency war, man. Frequency war. Frequency war, frequency war. What we talking about? We're talking about this radiation, this 5G. What we talking about, man? We're talking about silent weapons for quiet wars. Huh? What? Y'all don't seem to understand? Huh? Let me show y'all, man. The public cannot comprehend this weapon and therefore cannot believe that they are being attacked and subdued by weapons. Everything that is expected from an ordinary weapon is expected from a silent weapon by its creators, but only in its own manner of functioning. Huh? What we talking about, man? What we talking about? Disarming scenarios. Disarming scenarios. Disarmament, my bad. Disarmament scenarios. Model for disarmament. Developed by research program on economic adjustment disarmaments. Research programs. This is Iron Mountain, fam. No peace. Fuck peace. It's everything about the anti-creator. They're against everything that is natural. The 432, the clarity, the perspective. What these weapons do, it's not caused just from no regular fire. It's a frequency war, man. Alteration of frequency rhythm. Alteration of your frequency rhythm. Psychological disorders. Human behavioral studies, the so-called psychologic, and psychosomatic responses. Depression, neurasthenia, general bad feeling. You're a wreck. You're a nervous wreck. Impotence, anxiety, lack of concentration, hypochondria, dizziness, hallucinations, sleepiness, insomnia. Depends how you are. Feel me? We've covered all this, but this is just another documentation. I gotta add this to the drop library for real. Gotta get this to Brother Drop. Increased irritably, increased irritably, decreased appetite. Loss of memory, synesthesias, increased, what is that? Fatigue, chest pains, tremor of the hands. Oh man. Yeah, man. It's popping off. Man. Blood disorders. Man, the list goes on and on, man. Blood and bone. Blood glucose. Levels or amount of fibrin. I'm trying to make some of this stuff out. I'm already half blind, you know what I mean? Blood glucose concentration, blood mistamine content, cholesterol and lipids, gamma. vascular disorders, hypertension, thrombosis, man, as you can see, man, the list goes on and on, and me just right here. Yeah. Toxin, fungus, virus inactivation at high radiation dose levels. Tissue cultures kill. Metabolic disorders, gastrointestinal disorders. Man, oh man, the list goes on and on. Endocrine gland changes. Dang, man, look, man, the list goes on and on and on. Genetic and chromosomal changes. Miscellaneouses. Sparkling between dental fillings. Peculiar metallic taste. Peculiar metallic taste in mouth. Treatment for syphilis. Syphilis. Right? Skin diseases. Loss of hair. Brittleness of hair. Changes in the operation of implanted cardiac pacemakers. Oh yeah, man. It's deep. It's deep. Shabbat Shalom to the home team, you know what I mean? Y'all stay vibing up, you know what I mean? It's been too real. This silent weapons, this Iron Mountain Report, it all go hand in hand. These DEWs, this is the output, the outcome. These futuristic weapons, radiation, gamma, everything. Ultra high frequency, low frequency. It's a nuisance to us. It's a frequency war. Get you out of the creator's frequency. A-hop to the home team, man. A-hop.